Indy News number 123 is coming up next, and it's being brought to you by the letter D, as in Dark Horse. We're going to talk about BPRD, as in Dynamite, which we're going to talk about the Red Team from Garth Ennis. We're also going to talk about Devolution with a D from Rick Remender and Paul Renaud, and we're also going to talk about, of all things, Battlestar Galactica. All that and more coming right up. Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything, all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality, because good grades deserve a reward.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. And that would be Comic Book Man and Bo with some Indy News.
We're like a struggling rock band, except we don't get groupies, and we're in bed by 10. Independent Comic Book News, episode 123, Mammalizium. Oh, you'll see it in a minute.
Bobbing for apples and a bowl of Minute Maid, except you are coming up.
It's going to be screaming at your head, show.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Independent News.
Good job. Indy News. Indy News is coming to you from
Did you see the
this place. Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood.
Yeah.
Alternate Reality are all my new comics.
Yes.
Especially all my indie comics.
Yeah.
Especially all my indie
15%
comics.
off, 15.
Especially all my indie comics that
those
start
are
with
all
the
that help
letter
make it
D.
This is the D's, baby.
Are all 15% off every day for
He runs
everyone.
a charity here.
Bo!
Yes.
All D. An all D update?
Dark Horse
All
Dynamite.
D update?
Dark Horse Dynamite.
He's working his way through the alphabet.
Yes.
Coming from Dark Horse is Bippard, BPRD number 100. What are they doing for that?
Dark Horse finally realized that so far since they did their first BRPD limited series, that they're coming up on the 100th option of that one. So
100th issue.
100. Well, no, not 100th issue because they haven't been a consistent number. It's been
Well, no,
104,
no,
105,
but if you put all the BPRDs together from the very first one, we'd be up around issue 99
and so,
or something.
Yeah,
and
so,
so 100's coming.
the next new BRPD limited series with issue number 3 will be officially named BRPD 100, and everything that follows will follow 101, 102, 103. So there are no more individually named limited series. It's all one big happy family.
And for those of you out there who are bitching about the numbering, if you've ever collected Marvel Comics anytime in the last 5 years, shut up!
I think what Return of the Master is something. This the one. Number 3 is if you want to collect it BRPD Return of the Master 1 through 3 and 4 and ignore that, go right ahead. They don't have a problem with
I
that.
got 'em all five
And
in
then
a big
start with
pile in my bed.
102 and go from there. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
Okay. Meanwhile, over at Dynamite Comics, they are launching a line of crime comics.
Crime, baby!
That will be...
Well, the first one will be a 7-issue limited series called Red Team from Garth Ennis.
What's Red Team?
And new artist Craig Cermak. It involves an elite squad of New York cops who go, you know,
Real easy
we
to
can
get
go out
embarrassed.
and shoot people and kill criminals and steal all their money and get away with it.
Which is might be called why they're called the Red Team.
They call it the Red Team.
Because of blood.
Or the Red Squad. I mean, but that's because Garth understands it because he's English. You know.
Well, of course, Garth has some free time on his hands because Boys is just about wrapped up.
Yes, one
Our
issue
time.
left.
We
One
got
issue left.
One issue left our time, but it's already long since in the cans for him.
Yeah, he's done. So he's moving.
So-
But that's the first in a line of mini crime comics that Dynamite's going to do to take the place of that.
Now, why are they doing a line of crime comics? I mean, why crime?
Well, if you look at stuff like Criminal, Cells, so they figured, well, we could do the same stuff. And Garth Ennis probably said, I'd like to do some crime comics. And they went, screw it, let's do it.
Okay. Also from Dynamite, they've got a new series out called Devolution. Not Evolution, Devolution. Just keeping with the D's.
Jeff, you love the Marvel exclusives, right?
Oh, I love a Marvel exclusive that lets me work everywhere else.
Well, Rick Remender, who has a Marvel exclusive, he's going to be writing this new book, which is
course.
about the U.S. fighting a war against the Middle East.
It's not for Marvel either,
After
right?
using a book that turns the people that they're fighting against into Neanderthals. So they, and so they're
Wait.
Marvel
So
probably said, yeah, take the
wait. They're going to turn Al Qaeda into Neanderthals.
well they
Neanderthals.
They start out in the Middle East, and
Fire back.
this little pandemic spreads around the world, and they need to stop it. And so they got a team of people out there, team of soldiers going out to try to stop all this stuff from happening.
So
Rick
it's like-
Remender's writing it. Paul Renaud, actually, he's a pretty good artist. He's drawn the thing, and it's an ongoing series. And yes, it allows Rick Remender to do that because Marvel would never commission a book like this.
It's like Planet of the Apes in reverse.
Yes.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes in
Yes.
reverse.
Well, because not only are they turning into Neanderthals, but now they're mutating from that point too.
Oh, mutated Neanderthals.
So they're
Well,
becoming
nothing I hate worse than a
weirder.
mutated Neanderthal.
Weirder.
Kind of Neanderthal.
You know,
I tell you.
Into
they,
Swedes.
they love fondue.
Well, sure they do.
And our last story is still at Dynamite, keeping with the D's. And Andy Lanning is writing of all things, and I don't know why, but he's writing of all things a new Battlestar Galactica series.
right.
Why?
It's a new ongoing series that takes place 33 years after the original 1980 Galactica series. Because
Even more so. Why?
well, Mark Guggenheim, who was working on Arrow, he wrote the four-issue Galactica limited series that Dynamite did. It went relatively well. And they're kind of running out of stuff to do with Battlestar Galactica. And
They
Lanning-
ran out of stuff.
Oh,
This thing's
yeah.
been dead for 2
You
years.
know that, I
This is
know
the first
that.
new Battlestar Galactica thing they've done in 2 years, I think.
Well, no, they had some. They popped up in a couple crossovers. No, actually, you're
So.
right. No,
I
you're
don't
right.
think
Yeah.
so. They've
Yeah,
been,
they just brought
the
up face
Battlestar
of it.
Galactica
Yeah.
franchise at Dynamite has
Yeah.
been fallow for like 2 years now.
Well, they're like-
and I think the 1980 thing was the last thing that they did.
And they're going, we got the license, we still got the money, so what the hell? See what happens.
Those helping me rewrite Bible stories.
Yes.
There you go. Okay,
I love it.
and that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more indie news. But go to the store's website. Check out all the indie news this man sends me that I post up. Bo,
Yes.
Get a job.
do it.
Sarah, tell these fine folks where the website is, and be nice this time. I know you like to yell at them. Don't.
This has gone way past sad. www.myalternatereality.com.
You jerk.
He's
So
up
go to the
there.
store's website. Check out all of his news. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And this is Bo.
saying
I'm not buying the Galactica book.
bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.